Greetings, most honorable listeners and masters of the
Of the
martial.
martial arts. What's going
I
on,
am
everybody?
Travis,
And I'm Chris. And this is about
and
to
this
be
is
a fun
CTE,
experience.
and this is
Oh
experience. So, before we get into that, of course, we got music,
yeah.
Chris, and I already had the music queued up, but
Oh.
all right, but here it is. Tell me if you know this song.
Do I? Da, 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 da.
Yes, since we did a draft, I figured it would be only right to bring out the most iconic
Music,
music.
yes, sir.
Yeah, when you heard that growing up in the 90s, you knew a basketball game was coming on NBC and you knew it was going to be fire because they only put the best games on NBC at that time.
Oh man,
And
it was the best.
fitting of the Jordan documentary, well, yeah, The Last Dance, aka the Jordan documentary. That's pretty much out, even though they say it's about the Bulls. It's about Jordan.
It's not a Bulls
It's
documentary.
about Jordan, let's be
It's
honest.
it's a Jordan documentary
It
without it
really
being a Jordan
is.
doc. Oh, I'm all caught up now, so it's like, all right. Hey, your
Yeah, they did.
Detroit people are killing me right now.
You said what?
I said, your Detroit people are killing me right now. Your uncle.
Yeah, man. What's crazy is I was the only Bulls fan in my family.
Yeah, you said that, man.
Yeah.
That blew me away because I was like,
Yeah.
nah.
I was
As
definitely
diehard Michigan State.
I had all that
and-
stuff.
Nah.
They just dogged me. So, yeah. So reliving some of the stuff now, being older, I'm like, I wish the Pistons could have won. But now I'm like, then I would have got tortured by my family and teased. So no, I'm still happy.
No, I'm
that-
okay. I'm okay with
I'm
how
okay
it turned out.
with
Yeah.
it. Uh-huh. But with that being said, I would ask you about the weekend, but okay, kind of know what a lot happened in your weekend. But what else happened in your weekend before we get into the meat and potatoes of this show?
I had a good weekend with the wife and kids. Did house stuff. Did quarantine stuff, all that. But I got an opportunity to have a training session. We did a one-on-one training session. Me and Kev worked out. And then after that, we did. It was before we did a team training, and then we did team training and all that. So I've been doing more.
I've been seeing y'all doing a lot of Zoom sessions without letting people in.
Yeah, pop up. We did that. We did that on last Wednesday. Me, Kevin, Jack ran a session. It got to be like, I think there were 34, 35 like Zoom views, but then at different places there were like 4 or 5 people, 2 and 3 people that did like different people. So there were good 40, 50 people in that thing. So it was cool. We're gonna do another one this Wednesday. We're gonna do it a little earlier.
Oh, okay.
That way Elijah can pop in. Probably. That way Elijah can pop in and Robbie will be there, so we can get more of the team in there. And
Robbie.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, this weekend, I mean,
and then
y'all.
Sunday. Yeah. Well, go ahead. Well, how was your? What else did you do this weekend?
I had nothing else to do besides to prepare for this.
Get ready for this.
Y'all were killing me. Like those messages that were coming in.
Oh my God, there were so many messages.
It was killing me.
And if Alex asks one more question.
I was like, what in the world is happening? And Willie would pop in and be like,
stop talking, right. Stop blowing up my phone.
Yeah, like he say some wild stuff. I'm like, and then Regina
but I did
pop
that.
in and be like, I hate men. I'd be like, all right, I don't.
What was going on? What's going on?
So I'm just like,
I came back from the All-Star workout. We did our workout, and there were like 60, 70 messages or something. I was like,
yeah.
And I looked, and it was all from the chat, and I was like, oh Lord.
Yeah, man. They were going. They were going hard. I was like, I like. All right.
I still don't think I read all of them.
Probably not. I mean, I had to because I was trying to keep up to make sure I knew who was dropping who.
We're replacing, drops and pickups and trades.
I was like,
there wasn't a trade. There was a drop and a pickup, right?
Yeah, it was a whole bunch. It was a whole bunch of drops and pickups, and it made sense that for the majority part, except for I didn't get Alex's. I didn't particularly understand Alex's, but
I don't typically understand a lot of Alex's decisions, but sometimes they work out for him. So
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm like. I didn't get it, but I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
All right, but then Sunday, what do we do Sunday?
Oh my God! All right, let's get into what happened this weekend, people.
Oh my God! Y'all already see the polls.
Yeah, y'all are seeing the different posts that happened last week. We explained what was going to happen, that we were going to do a draft. a fantasy sport karate draft. So on Friday night. Oh well, let's back up. We were supposed to do it Sunday.
We were
All
supposed to
right?
do it Sunday.
We were supposed to do it Sunday. And I had put it out there and everybody was, well, some people were like, yeah. So then, and Alex kept wanting to do it later and later on Sunday. He wanted to do it Sunday night. And I was like, well, we really wouldn't be able to promote it the way we want to, number one, because I wanted to do it like 6, get it over with. And then we could have done it, would have went live with it. And a lot of people ask, oh, yeah, I want to see the whole thing. And I'm like, we could have done it Sunday. I'm glad we didn't. Some of the stuff that was said in there, I was like, some of the stuff was said, done in there. I was like, glad we did not do this. But
I was glad to be there, though.
Yeah, it was very interesting. But with that being said, so then it was a back and forth. What was like Thursday or it was Thursday. Because it was a back and forth between everybody kept changing. But I can't do that time. I can't do that time. Trying to get 8 people to do a Zoom session and record it and do this draft was just very.
It was a lot tougher than you would think being quarantined.
Yes,
it was a lot more work. I thought
at one point I was like, y'all got a lot of stuff going on for people who
did
shut the house.
Like,
what is going on?
I was like, y'all just let me know whatever it is so I can give my wife a heads up so I don't get like slapped. So that's all I need.
Just like, hey, look, I got to be this part-time, X, Y, Z.
Yep.
Let me do this thing. You at that point, she should be tired of you being around all this. But hey, it's what it is. So I was just kind of I don't know. So we ended up, Willie at one point was like, why don't we do it at 11 o'clock at night on Friday? And I'm like, I was like, all right. So I guess we ain't got nothing to do, but
I mean, that was late.
Yeah, it was late. I'm like, man, I'm trying to go to sleep around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
And I know us is gonna go. And
so I was like, all right. So then that's when everybody was like, it seems like that's gonna work. I could do 11 o'clock at night on a Friday, and everybody else who didn't want to do it, but they saw there was no other time to do it, they was like, all right, fine, we'll just do it 11. And then I was like, well, there's no point in going live because who's gonna watch it at 11 o'clock at night on a Friday? So they would start talking about drinks. I was like, well, you know what? Skip it. We'll bring drinks. Everybody have drinks. We just make it a little party, whatever the case may be. We have it uncensored, uncut. Y'all do whatever y'all want to. I shouldn't have said that, but
you should not.
Because now we can't show all of it. It was nuts. So Friday rolls around, and that's when the draft happens.
Oh man!
And then the question started prior to that about who goes, what time what the order is going to be, and all the different just questions about
specifics.
Yeah, like it just kept coming in on Friday. So that's where Thursday really started me getting drained with the trying to schedule it,
figure it out.
Yeah, just draining me into it until Sunday, and I'm just like, whew. But Friday, it was a lot of fun.
It was a blast. The clip that you put up, was
the Robin. No, when I went back and looked at the Robin LaBeouf part, right, and everybody's just kind of nobody said anything. Everybody kind of just looked like, okay, because Robin got drafted, and we're like.
Before other people.
Yeah,
her getting drafted isn't necessarily the part.
Because
maybe, but there were a lot of people before, still available at that spot. Like,
that
was a moment.
Because it was my brother. So prior to that, my brother isn't out a lot in sport karate. You know what I mean? Right. So he's running his school. He's doing whatever he's got to do. But he still knows who certain people. Yeah, he knows certain people's names and stuff like that. So if you're not the person who's winning grands overall, he probably doesn't know who you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? He doesn't know who's winning the division, the light middleweight division, who doesn't win. You know what I mean? We saying Enrique and Latona, he probably wouldn't know. Well, Enrique wins, but but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I can't even remember what round that was. All right, let's start from the beginning. Because the number one pick went with Mike.
Mike Gibbs.
Yeah, Mike Gibbs. Plavin. Yep, started off.
Man, I could have bet $1 million. I could have bet $1 million on that. Second pick to Willie. I could see his pick. That didn't bother me. Avery, that didn't bother me.
No, it doesn't bother me. Alex, if you rewatch the video, Alex is jumping off all over the place from the get-go when Morgan got picked and was like, that's not really that crazy that Morgan goes number one because
Nope.
Morgan. So,
That's
so the number 2 pick. So he knows it's happening. God, I can't believe what y'all doing. Y'all didn't pick Ray. So it was like I'm sitting there thinking like, all right, I get why Willie did it. I understand it.
I understand that 100%.
It's Avery. Like it's not like he picked
somebody crazy.
It's not like he picked somebody crazy. So I just kind of was like, all right, I get it, but whatever. So then the number 3, I thought that as soon as the number 3 pick came, and it was my brother, I thought that's where Ray was going to go, and I was going to make a Michael Jordan joke. All right, and I was sitting there waiting for
on
it.
the 3P.
On the number 3, that Ray was going to go at the Jordan spot. So I was like, all right, cool. And then my brother was like, nasty, and I was like, I get it.
I get it.
Right. And in terms of a person who grew up idolizing Nasty, you know what I mean? Like Nasty's the man. Even though Ray can be considered a GOAT, Nasty can be considered a GOAT. Just going back and forth.
Those are the 2.
I can't argue with that pick. Like, you know what I mean? I can't.
I was a little shocked, but not.
I thought Ray was going to go, but then when he didn't, it was kind of like, oh,
all right,
okay, I can see the justification for it. But now it's becoming to the point where it's like it just keeps going down. Like now it's like, oh, how far is he going to fall? And that's where the shock starts to come in.
Right.
Because then Regina goes. I did not. I thought my uncle was going to go in the second round. I did not think he was. I thought he was going at the end of the first, or he was going to go in the second round. I did not think he was going to go that high because in my estimation, I thought Ray would probably go, Morgan would go, Jody would go, and at that point, Avery would probably go. Avery and Ross would go. I thought
Ross would have gone over.
Yeah, I thought those would have been the picks. The top 5,
especially as we gave out the rules saying you could use people in one person in multiple divisions, however you see fit. I was like, ooh, that I was gonna pick. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
then
at that point, and when Regina was like, all right, y'all pick the first 2 plows, I'm picking the third.
Close the third one.
So that just threw me off because I did not expect that.
I was like, y'all just gave this fool. Oh my gosh.
I was sitting there like, out of all people for Ray to fall to, it's Alex. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
And Alex.
And you joked and you said Roman, and I was like,
yeah, I knew he wasn't going to go to Roman. But I wanted to mess with him because we always been talking about him. Who did Roman go to be honest with you? Who has Roman?
Jeff, I think.
Jeff has Roman.
I was right.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my goodness. So he's going crazy over there. Do you know what I just did? And then Regina's like, so I don't like. Why would you think to go number 1? So that was a conversation that would happen.
Yes.
And I was kind of sitting there like, well, I mean,
honestly, I thought he was gonna go number 1.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna go number 1, or he was at least he was gonna go 2. I didn't think he would go. I honestly didn't think he would go 3. I thought he would go 1 or 2. In that event.
I thought they would have gone with somebody would have gone outside the box with 1 and gone either Morgan or like Casey Marks or something like that. Something that would have been.
I just thought it was
like my first pick. Everybody picked fighters. I was just like,
well, see, no, that's the thing. When you were on my wave the whole time, which pissed me off.
No, I saw where you were at. But when you took Jody over right after Alex took Raymond, I was mad at you because I was like, that's easy. That's gonna be the next step.
Like, because the person, but I still got my number 1 pick. I thought if I fell later, and if I fell at like 6 or 7 or 8, I knew who I was going to go with Calvin. And if I fell at 8, my idea was I was going to go Calvin, come right back with Jackson. I was going to solidify my area there. Nobody's going to touch me at that point. And I was just like, all right, now let me worry about matchups and fighting and everything else.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I picked my fighters
you picked him. You picked him and Nikki.
I picked Jackson and Nikki. Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Listen, if I couldn't get, I didn't even think. I was like, I wanted Chelsea, but I was like, nah, I'm taking Nikki. I don't care.
Yeah. It makes the most sense.
I did almost do. I almost took Kalman. Kalman was on my list. He was right there on my draft board. He was right under Jackson just because of current status and popularity.
That was my fear about it. But once you took Jackson, it was like,
and then you went back down and took.
Yeah, and we came back. I was like, oh, Kalman's still here. Give me Kalman.
Yeah. Like, well, I have to at that point.
I don't have to. I got Jody. I got Kalman. I'm straight. All right. I got 2 cornerstones right there. I was happy with that.
I was stoked where I got my runners and my fighters in there. Wasn't exactly who I wanted, but I knew the people that I wanted were going to get taken. When as soon as I was number 8, I knew. I was like, all right.
I was shocked at. I was shocked at the position that Jeff took Jack first.
Yes,
took him 7th. I was shocked that Jack that went with Jack. I don't know. I was just kind of shocked at that. I didn't think Jack had the commercial appeal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I didn't think he had like that status. I thought he would be like my uncle in the 2nd round. Like, I didn't think he would go. But I mean, even though it's in the first,
I thought that would have been Jason.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it would have been Jason.
I thought Raymond, Jason, Jody, Morgan, or Chelsea would have all been in the top 5. You could have replaced Avery in there, Ross in there. You could. I really would have thought. I thought those were going to be, especially knowing the group that we had.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I was shocked that Jack went that high, and that was shocking for me. I was like, oh, all right, well, but I know that's his favorite fighter, so I was like.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. I can't argue it. It was just like it's not like Jack is bad. So
no. And he got Elijah too.
Yeah, he got Elijah too. So it was interesting. That was another interesting one, which was.
And again, you're talking about current, just fought in the Irish Open finals. So he played his again well with voting versus just exactly who is matchup wise who you would match up, because the people you match up with aren't always going to get that. We saw that with the reason why I did my last pick, my drop and pickup was because of wait a minute.
Thing is,
nobody did this. I have to do this. Yeah,
I thought about him.
He was on my board, and I just couldn't sit idly like that. I understood the multiplayer role that I had with TC, but I was like, I just can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
When I looked at it, I thought about it because right before I thought about who I would drop to pick up. And Jeff ended up picking my backup, of course. He picked up Hector when he did the drop. You picked up Enrique.
Yep.
And I sat there and I was just like, he's doing something smart here. I was like, he pulled the trigger before I could. I can't do anything about it. So as soon as he did that, I started thinking Hector. And I was like, all right. And I was trying to wait. Because I just didn't want to release. So the 2 people, because I looked at it, it was really only 3 people I could release. That I looked at it that I could release. That it was Matt Mullins, Tony Young, Brian Plumple. Those were my 3. I was like, okay, I could see releasing them, not because I think that the person I pick up is better.
No, but I think the strategy. Yes, strategy.
So
I was going to get into that part.
Yeah,
I was going to get into that part because I was so shocked. I was like, I can't. It's just, there's no way. I don't care. Last pick of the draft. There's disrespect. Slap yourselves. But
Yeah. Well, let's get. Well, what other? Okay, so we talked about those. I'm trying to see anything out of the first round that was shocking. Oh, people not paying attention to who was drafted, and not because Regina got dropped out. I'm talking about Alex.
Who? Wait, no. What?
Yeah, bro, Alex. I know you listening. I don't understand what you were thinking at that point, because we had a whole discussion about Casey.
I even said Casey Marks Nash. You could even. I said you could have it with the bow. You could do. That's a great pickup. We were talking about the whole. Yeah,
you can put it wherever you want.
She was like Christine. That's why I picked up TC at the time that I did, and I know that's YKA. Well, KA for a lot of reasons, but for the same kind of ordeal.
All over the place.
You move them on the board. I picked Mark over other people because he had commas and forms.
Yeah. So when he came, he was like, "Oh my God, I could have picked up Chelsea." I'm like, "Yeah, you could have, but I don't understand why you didn't." And that Chelsea went to my brother
And like 5, right?
In what round?
Yeah.
She was late. Which she was later than I thought she was gonna go.
Yeah, I thought she was like 5th round, 5th or 6th round.
She was later than because at that point I already had Regina, and I was like, all right, I got Regina, because she was my 3rd pick.
Yes.
I think Regina was my 3rd pick.
Yeah, because you guys took them all on your way back down.
I got her on the way back down. I got Regina on the way back down, and I think after that I took Anthony Price.
Yes.
So I was looking at from the standpoint, I already had just picked Regina, so I needed to solidify my fighters because all the male fighters started getting really taken. So I was like, all right, I need another male fighter that can probably bring in me some
votes.
Yeah, some
then
votes.
A win or two.
AP is active. Next to my
always.
uncle,
That's
I think
coach.
AP is the most active from that generation on social media.
Yes, definitely
on social media. I think my uncle is probably the most active, and the AP is out of that generation. I think is probably the most.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, so that's why I looked at it and grabbed him right there, coming back up.
Yeah, and he coaches on WKU and all the rest of that.
Yep.
So yeah. It was a smart pickup. I was on your wavelength the whole time. Like I said, we were butting heads.
Yeah, because you ended up. You grabbed Bailey. Yeah. I think right after I took Regina, because Bailey was my next call. When I was coming back up, I was hoping that you were going to overlook Bailey, or somebody would overlook Bailey.
Nah. Once I had no Raymond, Jason, Jotty, Ross, Avery. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to go to too many old schools, not out of disrespect, not out of who. That's who I wouldn't pick.
Because you went Jackson and Nikki. So when it came back down to you,
I had Bailey and who I Mark or Bailey and
I think you went Bailey and Zolt maybe.
Bailey and Zolt. I think I might have
Bailey and Zolt first, because I think Mark Canonizato got picked a little bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So around at this point, let's talk about my brother.
Yeah.
So he picked Nasty first. So when it came back to him, I believe he went with. I don't remember if it was Cam or
no. Cam was his 3rd pick.
So that means Reed must have been his second.
Reed Presley was his 2nd pick. Yes.
And we were like, whoa.
It
was kind of a shock because we were like, you know who Reed is? Like,
he went from Nasty to Reed.
Yeah, that was a big switch.
That's why we said he was doing research. That's why he went on Zoom. He was in the computer doing it back in the lab. He was on his
computer, looking up stuff and trying to find people who won different things. I'm pretty sure he probably looked at the diamonds and who was winning the diamonds and stuff like that. And was
Diamond US Open, Battle of Atlanta. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a smooth pickup, and then he picked up Cam on the way back down.
Yeah, on the way back down, he took Cam. I think Willie took MVP on his second round.
Yes, MVP 2nd.
Yeah, and I think when he came back down, I think that's when he went forms and he grabbed
Gandhi. He grabbed Gandhi 3rd.
Yeah. So because it was interesting because Regina's first pick was
Richard,
and came back with Claire.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then who else she get on 3rd? Did she get Trevor too?
She does have Trevor on her team. I'm not sure if Trevor was her 3rd or if it was John Valera. Or it could have been Casey, because Casey went early. It might have been Casey.
Might have been Casey.
I think Casey was her 3rd. Because Casey came after Trevor because she was like, give me Casey's husband. I remember her saying that.
Yep. I got one. Let me get the husband. Yeah, that's exactly right. And then she got John.
Yeah. Yep. And so it was, So that because because Laszlo was one of her last picks.
Yes. Because she was
struggling at that point as far as fighters go.
Because she has Lily. She got Lily.
Yeah.
She got Lily and Claire and she got Jeff and John. Jeff was saying that was pretty cool that there's 2 instructor-student combos on the same team.
On the same squad, yeah. And that's gonna be interesting if she can mobilize Claire and Lily and get the Canadians voting. So that'd be interesting.
I mean, she has an opportunity with all of the Canadians.
Yeah. I think after I can't remember because when my brother had to finally look, and I think where was Robin? Because he had Chelsea. And then he went with Robin LeBeouf.
6. I think she was like 6. Yeah, it was a weird round. I was like,
it was like right in the middle. where it was still other people left. Because he had already had Cam, he had Nasty, he had Reed, he had Chelsea. So we were looking at him like, yo, he's not doing bad. He's making some good pickups. And then he went with Robin.
And that blew everybody's mind.
Yeah. We were like, wait a minute. Because I think but thing is, he didn't know any thing about the European women. Right. Alicia was still on the board. Evelyn.
Yep.
The person who didn't get picked up was Bev.
Bev's nice. That people.
Katana was still on the board, I believe.
Yes, because
Willie ended up getting
snagged her. Yeah.
Yep. I think Lily was still on the board.
Yep.
So like he didn't know some of the younger and internationals, right? So he looked at somebody who probably whose video popped up and they fought Morgan. He was like, all right, let me get Robin LaBeouf. So
let me get that.
Yeah, let me get her. And she probably saw her name pop up a few times.
Yeah.
And so, and so we were like,
that's what it is. Yeah, we were all shocked about that pick because, like you said,
and then it became a running joke at that point.
Yeah, it did. What's up, little man?
I'm like, who's he talking to? Oh,
my
son. I'm like, oh, what is happening? Okay.
Nah.
Yeah, I was like, well,
nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not on no virtual date.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then that became a huge like.
Yeah, it became a running joke about Rob. I can't believe Robin got picked. And you knew at some point she had to get dropped.
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped her because Alex dropped
Nancy.
Yeah, but
no, that who picked up Nancy? Mike picked up Nancy, right?
Who had Christine? Who drafted Christine? If you remember who drafted Christine, whoever drafted Christine is the person who dropped him because he picked
Jeff.
Her. Okay.
I think Jeff did because I think Jeff dropped Christine and picked her Chloe.
Yeah, he picked up Chloe Bruce. Yeah, right. And that's when my brother was like, all right, let me grab Christine because, growing up, he knows who Christine is.
Yeah,
like, oh, yeah, let me grab Christine. But so.
But that was going to be, either way, that was going to be a hard matchup with this first day.
Yeah, I mean, he did the same thing you did this week. He knew what was happening. So he put Christine out against Regina. Because I was like, all right, I'm not looking at people's, like, just to throw out my best people. I'm looking at where are you weak at? Because I look at my
what are my lineups?
What are my lineups?
My matchups? Where does my strengths beat your weaknesses? And how does that
And so I looked
out?
at his female fighters and I was like, all right, if I throw Regina out there, if he throws Chelsea or Christine, they're not. I don't see them beating.
I don't see them getting the votes. No, not to beat.
I don't see them getting the votes. So I threw Regina out first, and so that's what ended up happening. But we'll get to that in a minute. So then the other pick that he had that was because all right. In that draft, right? Who
picked the same dude that picked?
Yeah. So
I knew I was hoping you was gonna get to that.
Yeah,
I said that's exactly what I said. They were like,
yeah,
who picked?
Because earlier I was like, I want to pick somebody. I was looking at people to compete. I was like, I need to pick somebody, and I was who was it? I think I picked Matt Mullins, I believe.
You did.
And I was like, if somebody want to pick. There's two people I was sitting there thinking about, and I was like, but nobody likes him.
Correct.
You know what I mean? I was like, he's not a liked person that well. Like he's not a very
and a lot of
there
circles.
are a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that people may not vote for this guy because they don't particularly care for him. Correct. So I didn't pick him. My brother ended up picking him, and who I'm talking about is Jared Liker. Now I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I'm just saying I looked at it like this is based off people's votes, and yeah, if it basically comes down to a popularity contest.
Pretty much.
So
again, my reasoning for my pickup.
Yeah. So I was like, I can't. I'd rather go with Matt Mullins because if I pull Matt and I talk to Matt, and because I have a personal relationship with Matt Mullins, so I'm like, hey Matt, I just share it, tell people to go vote for you, and he probably will do it. So if he does it, great. That means that it gets some of his fans in the stunt world to just vote for him. Absolutely. In this thing. Yeah, and hype up our Star Center Network. So
once again, boosting up MAiN. Let's get it.
Exactly. So that's why I like. It makes more sense for me to go with Matt. And
Yes.
Although Jared can be that type of person, be very promotional, and maybe he can rally his troops
His
and
students and his group
students,
and the whole American
a whole
organization.
American,
It's a
which
possibility.
can
Absolutely.
get a little hairy because I'm going against my brother first week. He has Jared, so it's like So I probably shouldn't even say any of this.
Nah.
And,
Edit.
but at
And
the end of the day, it's people looking at martial arts in the network. So
that's exactly it.
yeah,
Don't even matter,
I
my
don't
guy.
care.
If we have 500 new viewers and I lose first week, I'm okay.
I'm all right. Yeah. If
I'm,
people are
I'm
listening to us, I'm all right with that. If people are watching us and subscribing and liking, I'm okay with it.
man. Listen, because this. I wish I know you're gonna chop up and put out a couple of smaller clips.
Yes.
But
Yes.
because they got to be in small clips,
Mm-hmm.
But man, yeah, that was. We're gonna do it. We got to do another. We got to do another one at the end of the first week. At the
And
end,
we'll
with
talk
do
about it now.
do a couple of us.
Yeah. I got a couple ideas of how I
I
want to.
liked I liked the idea
The
we talked
idea.
about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just hit me, and I was like, you know what, we should do this. And then, like, all right, cool. I hope I can get 2 people to do it, but
You know.
yeah, we'll see. Anyway, with that being said, what other surprises in that? I guess for you.
For me, the surprises were our last picks.
Mm.
Tony Young and Mafia Holloway. To me, going what we had 80 people in the draft, so they went 78 and 80.
Yeah.
78
Two of the
and
greatest
80.
ever. Go at 78 and 80.
It broke my heart a little bit,
Yeah.
but I understood the dynamics of the competition. Yeah. So it's like why I couldn't, like, even when I made pickups and drops and stuff, that's not my drop. Like right. I got Mafia as the last pick in the draft.
My drop, who I did in over the weekend, I would never have dropped for the person I picked up, even though he's not a bad fighter.
Whatever. No.
But I probably wouldn't have done it. But anyway.
Yes. Yeah, that was probably the craziest thing for me.
Craziest thing we could talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not talking about everything. I'm not kidding. You know, if we're not going to show it, we're not going to hint at it.
I guess it is Friday night. What the heck is happening?
Oh man, there was all kinds of ruckus.
A lot of just wow that was happening that night. But anyway, yeah. I'm trying to see. Oh, one of the fun. The clip I started editing and I'm gonna put out is when Ronald Brady got picked, because y'all started saying some stuff which was hilarious to me.
What?
I don't want to spoil it to people.
What you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. But as soon as that happened, I was like, yo, I'm dying laughing right now because
I told you I almost did it.
Hey, this thing, everybody knows it.
I almost did it, so I was just like, I was gonna try to sneak it in. I was like, yo, I'm gonna get the die.
Yeah, and that was hilarious. I was like, all right, that's hilarious. Who else? I'm trying to look throughout the list. I was shocked that Jeff took Gina over Chelsea, but at the same time, that's his girl.
I understand.
Yeah, that's his
no. It wasn't that wasn't like that wasn't a shock. Like Morgan going first was a shock. Neither one of those was really shocking. I know Jeff is diehard with his people. Surprisingly, at some point he didn't pick up. Yeah,
it's his people,
his favorites, his people. Yeah, and they're all new though, but a lot of them are new. He's only got like one old school person, right? Chloe now. Anybody pre 08? 05?
05, yes. I mean, I don't think it's anybody pre 05 that I would consider to be. Yeah, because Jack was fighting, but I mean, at the same time, it was,
Jack wasn't Jack at 05. Yeah.
Elijah, Roman, Gina, Evelyn, Ariel.
No.
Matt Emick. But then he dropped.
Yes.
Yeah, he dropped. Yeah, I was about to say Matt Emick was the only one.
Matt was super famous at like 14.
Yeah.
Matt's on fire.
Then he dropped Christine and took Chloe.
Yeah. He had Christine. That's what it was.
Be a huge turning point. I mean, just in this whole thing, if he throws out Chloe and mobilizes Chloe to choose, that's a huge get. That was a super smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Who did he drop for Hector?
I don't know. I'm on my it's in my phone and I'm recording.
Yeah, and we had so much. That's too much. Oh
Yeah.
no, I can look. I can look up. I can do a search on
the original. Well, on the yeah.
Let me see if I search for Hector on here, it should come up and say, yeah, he released Kim Do.
Oh, that's right, Kim.
And took Hector, which was interesting because at the end he was starting off taking all fighters, and all of a sudden his team just basically was like 7 forms competitors. It was odd. I was like, wait, how did this happen?
Like, okay. Yeah, because his first 2 picks were Jack and Elijah back to back.
Yeah,
boom, boom.
Yeah. Yep. And then he came back. I think it was either Gina, because I think it was
Gina.
It was a run on female fighters, and I think he took Gina at that point. Yep. And came back with Roman.
Yep.
Yeah. And then that's when he started. He picked up Ariel, Kim Do, Matt Emick, Christine. And his last pick was Rashad.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. So he started making a real run on
forms people. Yeah. Once like some of the icon, like the big bigs were gone.
Yeah, because I think he took Matt Emick, and then I was like, oh, I was literally about to take Matt, and he took Matt Emick, and that's when I went. Did I go? I think I went.
That was the back one up. Yeah, I think you did go Tirada.
I think I went Tirada right after that. Because
that's another smart choice too, based upon promotion and if it works out.
Yeah. So I was actually, who I was shocked at? I'm not mad at it, but I think his second pick, it was Alex's second pick, and I think he took Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked at that. That she went that early, because I think she would have still been there if he came back on the 3rd round.
Oh, she.
But he still fell as backwards into Jason, which was weird.
That made no sense to me. Yeah, but.
He literally had stuff just fall in his lap, and it was like
he had Raymond and Jason fall in his lap.
Yeah,
because
I couldn't. Jason, Linda
I couldn't take Jason before I took Nikki based on again lineups and matchups. I could find other male fighters. Yeah. You kind of had a list of like 8.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't that many female fighters. And once they started to make a run, it was like, oh shoot, because I think Morgan was first. And then when I came back with Regina on the 3rd round, everybody kind of just went like.
And I didn't pick up Joyce until like later in the rounds, like 8 or 9, I think, and then I ended up swapping out for that.
Yeah.
For Jen.
Yeah. 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 So that was going to be interesting. That drop because I think you guys went crazy. You, Jeff, and Alex. Nuts on the drops it was on
I think everybody did too.
Yeah, all y'all did too. And I was like, wait, what? Oh, okay, all right. Okay. All right.
I should have been a little bit more patient and waited for Alex to drop Nancy first. Because I'd have picked up Nancy over Jen.
Yeah.
Due to
I still didn't understand that
social media. Why he dropped Nancy?
Yeah, to pick up Mike Welch. I mean, I guess I get it because he has a lot of schools.
Popularity votes.
Yeah,
he tagged him already. He posted the video. Yeah, of course. Plus they're close and they can talk and that makes sense.
I was like, I guess I get it, but at the same time I was like, all right.
Because who's his other female?
Dottie White.
Dottie, yeah.
Yeah, he got Linda and he has Dottie.
Linda and Dottie, which are great fighter. Well, Linda's a great fighter, and Dottie's a very, very, very good fighter. I don't know.
I don't think Dottie would. I would have dropped Dottie before I would have dropped Nancy. I think Nancy would have been more active with
the social media and being known and plus the price name.
And it would have kept Nancy out of other people's
just picks and vibes. Yeah.
That's why I waited so long. I was trying not to drop BP for Brian because I was like, I'm gonna wait. Nah, I'm gonna sit here and wait. Because
when I saw Alex pick up Justin, Alex Dingman grabbed Justin Ortiz.
Dingman.
And I was like, okay.
Let me tell you right now, if I go up against Alex in the second round,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do my best because he has 5 fighters. He has Jason, he has Raymond, but
Yep.
then he has Hamed, he has Justin Ortiz, and he has Alex. He has himself.
Yes.
I'm gonna do my damnedest to make sure he has to throw out another male fighter.
Right.
I'm gonna make sure he has to use all 5 of those fighters.
Right. As yes. But listen, I'm surprised you didn't say that that was one of your shocking moments because that didn't shock me
No,
at
no.
all.
I mean, it was his last. I mean, it was
It
second.
was his
The way
last.
he
It was
picked him
last pick.
before. I thought Hamed was his last pick.
No, no, he was his last pick.
Okay.
He picked himself last.
Okay. It was just odd. I was like, all right, well,
Huh? All right, cool.
okay.
I mean, dang, Trav. When you was like, "Oh, all the Plowdens are taken," we were all like, "No, they're not."
Yeah, I was like, look,
Like,
like,
I'm not gonna pick myself. Because you said that earlier. It's like nobody's gonna pick themselves. Who's gonna pick themselves? I'm not gonna pick myself.
yeah, I'm not that. I don't have to be on the squad. Like I can. I'm happy being the coach.
Right.
I'm all right being the quote unquote coach. I don't have to be the person.
Right.
Like, I mean, but then I started looking at it. I was like, oh shoot, all these people. Like Willie got picked. Regina got picked. Alex
got picked.
picked herself.
Yep. And
Jeff got picked. And so Gibbs got picked. Willie picked Mike Gibbs.
That's
So I was
right.
like,
That's right.
wait, what? I was like, all right, well,
Dang, we suck.
do what you gotta do. Like, okay. All right. Yeah. So
Yeah, I was eyeballing Mimi too.
huh?
I was eyeballing Mimi too for that.
Oh
for
yeah,
that,
yeah,
taking
yeah.
on
No,
that slot too.
I knew once I saw it because Nikki was going and then we were coming back down. I was looking at it, I was like, I better pick Regina now because I think somebody's gonna swipe her up quick.
I was if she was still available on my back swing around on that 8 pick, she was one of my 2 picks.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Yeah, because
I
looked
could
at
have Nikki
you
and
with
Mimi.
Nikki
like,
and
get out of
Regina.
here.
Nah, there's no
Come
way in the
on,
world
man.
I'm gonna let you.
We were on the same
Yeah.
vibe. That's why it was bugging me because, like I said, you picked Jotty, right? I was like, oh, well, this works out. And I don't know if anybody's gonna really think about picking Jotty. And you were like, oh, somebody else who has a big influence. I'm in my chair, mad at you, like, bro, come on, man.
All right, we 40. Oh shoot! Oh, we at 5:50. You know, we got to wrap up soon.
Yeah. So,
Because let me ask you this: what was the smartest pick that wasn't on your radar?
I don't think there was, to be honest with you. I had everybody that was picked was on my most most people who were on that board were on my list to get picked.
The smartest pick for me the person who was not on my radar.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, but it was Jesse.
Oh yeah, no, you're
Jesse was not
Jesse
on my radar,
on my list. Jesse was on my list. The next level crew was on my list. Jesse, James, and Ant. Because again, regions voting, I had them on the board, but him going as early as he went, you're 100% right. That
shocked me that he.
I wanted to high five him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a smart pick. I was like, that's just a smart pick. And I thought people were gonna sleep on Kevin, and Mike grabbed Kevin. And I was like, I thought I was gonna be able to get Kevin in the back rounds. He was going pretty much at like fourth in the fourth round.
Most of my later round picks were kind of gone 3
early,
and 4. Yeah. It was. Yeah. I had my whole design. I knew if I was going early, who I was going to get first and second. If I was going to the tail end, how I would whip that around depending on who was left. But man, yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked at that one.
Some people got snuck. A little quicker.
Another one I was shocked at. I was shocked that Joey went so late. Joey Castro.
He went right after Ariel got picked, right? Didn't they go kind of like back to back right after each other?
No, Mike was number 1 and Jeff was 7. So if he did, but I thought Joey got picked later.
I thought Mike might have got him. I think Jeff got him on the way back up, and then Mike hit him either in one of his 2 picks on that swing.
Yeah, I don't remember. Cause I remember because it was funny that John Valera went and then Willie grabbed Mike Chat
right after.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, look. Yeah, because oh man, was Jarrett No, it couldn't have been. No, Jarrett couldn't have been there.
Jarrett was at the end.
Yeah.
Jarrett was toward the end.
Yeah. But then he came back with Alan Davies. My brother did.
Yes, but that was in the middle, I thought. I thought he picked Alan
That
Davies
was no,
earlier.
I think it was toward his end. I think it was because he's one of his alternates right now.
Okay,
but I think that was
Alan was on my radar as well. There were a couple of forms of people that I didn't pick up, but yeah.
That was interesting. So then we had to figure out who was going against who. And matchups for this week are Jeff and Mike, you and Willie, Alex and Regina, and then I don't know how me and my brother
got first round.
First round.
It's that Juventus draft.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I was like, all right, well, okay, Gene, and it turned out Gene was the 1 seed and I was the 8 seed, and I was like, all right, well, this is just the way it's got to go. I was like, all right, but I looked at it. So, what do you think about your chances? How do you think you're going to fare?
Depending on how vote goes, I think I actually have a pretty good chance with the lineup that I have, depending on how I get to send out. First week, it's interesting to see on like who I send next versus, and then how that goes and the dynamic of the team goes. Because if I stick to one thing, I'm pretty good.
Do you know who you're picking next? Because when the people hear this,
it's
tomorrow.
Already out.
It's tomorrow. It's already out. People are gonna be voting on.
No, I'll let you know by 8, but it's probably
category.
It's probably going to be forms and weapons.
Okay,
it's going towards that side. I mean, it's kind of like I said. If I stick to going towards one of my sides of my brackets, I should be better off.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
yeah, I can see that. I definitely.
Yeah. So and I'll probably.
And you have see the thing. You have a dangerous one. You have a dangerous one that if it's real life, it's no contest who wins.
Right.
But if it's a popularity voting contest, this one person could win. And I'm looking at it and like, that's interesting. Interesting. I'm going to say it revolves around your number 2 pick. So it revolves around your number 2 pick.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Come on, my guy.
Yeah.
Listen, and that's why I have to lean towards certain things. What I got to do, certain things. So of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
the rest of it, and like, okay, I see where his strategy should be. So it's gonna be interesting. But I'm looking at it from the standpoint of Alex and Regina. I'm just like, I don't know who's gonna pull that one out.
No,
especially because she threw out Jeff against John Sue, and it looks like as of right now, Jeff was winning, and I don't think that John's gonna pull it. I don't think. Let me make sure. Let me do a real quick update and see what the.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was. I thought. That
I was shocked
that
Joey come back. Like right now, he's up 69-31.
What? Wasn't he down like 30? Like down 33?
It was like, and they had 96 votes. So it's not like it wasn't people voting. It was like no, they came in like, and he's just holding this lead. Like actually, he keeps increasing it by a little bit. I don't know what to say. Like he just came in like boom, just took over.
Rick and Sue must have shared it.
Yeah. But
I'm telling you.
What area on K-Top? Ariel used to be on K-Top. Did he not?
I thought he was on Amerikick.
I thought for a second he was on K-Top, but I could be wrong. But anyway,
I don't think they would have ever done that. I'm kind of sure that didn't happen because Joey has been with them since day one.
Since day one.
Yeah,
okay.
and nah.
I'm like, yeah.
Know, yeah. Just
so yeah, right now Jeff is up on John Sue right now, 58-42. So he's down. It's not going to be close with Regina and Christine.
No,
yeah, it's not going to be close. And Avery is beating Robbie.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of just like. All right.
And again, that's another strategy move. Do I waste a maybe for a maybe? Exactly. Yeah. So again, it's all about strategy on how that works out, and if the lineups match up the way the lineups can.
Yeah,
that's the craziest part about having
I got a question because it's interesting because if I go against Alex or Regina, if I pull this out and go up against them, Regina has Jeff Doss, Keith Weston, Casey Johnson. She has 4 Forums competitors.
Correct.
So didn't Keith Weston used to fight, didn't he?
Keith did fight.
Keith used to fight. All right. I see certain things I gotta try.
Keith used to do everything.
Exactly. So I'm like, yo, if I have to go up against her, I may have to try and force her to use fighters. And see how I can manipulate that. But trying to get somebody to use their fighters it'll be interesting. Trying to how to manipulate them into doing that. But
yeah, I mean, they gotta, you gotta like, it's gotta be weird. I mean, I know how it can work. How to do it, and I know how to bait it, So.
Yeah, but it's weird. I'm not gonna say too much. But yeah, and then
Alex, exactly. Come on, guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much. But yes, but then and depending on who Alex, I feel like I'll beat both of them. And right now I just have to make sure I play it safe with my brother.
Yeah.
Things because him throwing Christine out means that the only left female fight is Chelsea versus Louisa, and I could lose that. I can lose that round.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I literally can lose that unless I do something, which I'm probably going to do in order to try and win that. Yes,
exactly. No, I'm in the same boat with mine because I have to be careful.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I thought about it. And I was like, yeah, he's gonna have to do that. He's probably gonna do that to.
Yeah, I mean, to have to, the whole strategy.
Yeah, it gets interesting.
It does.
But people, we're up against the time. We got to get out of here. Chris has to go. He has to teach somebody through Zoom. So that being said, make sure y'all vote. Make sure y'all listen, share it. Make sure y'all do all that stuff to
vote, people.
Yeah, vote.
Like, share, comment, vote again.
Yes, all of that. All right, we'll see y'all next week. Y'all keep voting and holler at y'all later.
Peace.